In this week's Business Spotlight, we talk about fitness with Sophie Beer, the GM of Six in Irvine. What's up, everybody? I'm Jason Zwolak of the Zwolak Group with First Team and Christie's International Real Estate. Hope you're all having a fantastic week. Those of you tuning in for the first time, every week we post videos about what it's like to live here in Orange County, California. So make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Like I said, we post every week and we talk about restaurants, businesses, things to do with kids, things to do for adults in the area, just everything about Orange County, California. Whether you're thinking of moving here or you live here now and you're thinking about making a change of scenery within the county, make sure you give us a call if you have any questions. Shoot us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Any way that you want to get in touch with us, we're here to help you in any way that we can. This week, I had the privilege of talking to Sophie Beer. She's the GM of Six in Irvine. I actually met Sophie several years ago at Row House when she was working there, and I gotta tell you, her energy is infectious. She's always got a smile on her face. She's really pushing for her clients, and now that she's moved over to Six and she's the GM over there, she really brings that energy with her, and I think she's doing a great job over there, and it's just an amazing atmosphere, and I think you're gonna love it. Hey, Sophie.
Hi.
How are ya?
Doing well. Hanging in there.
Good. Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming on here with me. I'm super excited to have you on here and chat about this. For all you out there, Sophie and I met at Row House when she was an instructor. You're an instructor at Row House.
I was the lead coach, yes.
And you're the lead coach there. And it was great. Her energy is infectious, I can tell you that. And now you've moved over to Six in Irvine, right? Which is another fitness studio, I guess it would be, right? So why don't you just tell us a little bit, what is Six all about?
So I'm the general manager at Six. Six stands for Station Interval Experience. It is a sister company of SoCal Boot Camp, which is located in South County, which is an interval-based class as well. I was an instructor there years ago, and then the owner had approached me a while ago about coming on board Six, but at the time I was with Row House, opening Row House, and then I was ready for a shift after a few years at Row House. I loved Row House, but I wanted a more like management role and a more salary-based position, and they had a new co-owner at Six, and I went there and I just fell in love with the place. It's very quaint, it's very clean. It is not intimidating like some of the places I've been. So it's not, it doesn't have a CrossFit feel where it's competitive or like, as I say, bro-y.
Right.
It's a great workout, but it's for the average person as well. So the stations are strength and cardio based. You don't have to do high impact at all. We do have some cardio equipment that we use in our stations as well as all kinds of strength equipment. We have a system in our gym that is all air pressure based. So instead of like switching the weights on the pulley systems, you actually, it's just an air pressure thing that works over Bluetooth. So you just adjust the air pressure and you can adjust your weight super fast. So it's awesome.
Wow, that's cool.
And then we have something called a hip mill, which is like a treadmill, except it doesn't. Once you just adjust the resistance, you control the speed of it. So you could do like a sled push or a farmer's carry on it and add weight rather than just kind of running, because like I said, our intervals are very short, like 40 seconds, 60 seconds at most. We have rowers in there as well. We have the bikes, the Aerodyne bikes, and then we have those pulley systems. We have free weights, we have bands, we have kind of everything you can think of.
Everything.
And we just put it up. We also have TVs. So what we do is we have like a loop going of what your station is. So once the instructor goes over it with you, you can look up at the TV to see what you're doing. Okay. So even though the instructor's there with you and making sure your form's good and telling you when to switch and keeping music going and stuff, you can also see the TV and see what you're supposed to do. So that's cool. Nice. The stations it's a very quaint studio. We limit the class attendance so that it's not super crowded. In a normal situation, you'd switch, you'd high five, all that before everything was going on. And then before the lockdown, what we did is we took our class sizes down and we made it so that you didn't have to interact with somebody. You didn't have to give them a high five. You didn't have to switch your equipment. You would just use your equipment and then wipe it down and go to the next station, so that it kept very clean. And when we do reopen, that will be our plan. We have a professional cleaning service. We have time between classes allotted so that we can clean up the equipment. And you don't have to touch people right now. So you can still stay safe. That's one of the reasons I was drawn to Six. It's very clean. It's very boutique-y.
That's cool.
Right next to Whole Foods and Starbucks and the Los Plaza. So it's, it's all fancy. People look at us from, because people don't know what we are with that name and stuff. And people think we're like an escape room because it looks really cool from the outside. And it's a beautiful little studio. The members are so sweet. It's a big community. So it's been a community that has stayed connected through all of this, which has been super nice.
That's cool. And where are you guys located?
So we're in the Los Olivos Plaza in Irvine.
Okay.
So it's right by the Spectrum, but it's that plaza with like Puesto and Panini Cafe. There's a Whole Foods. So we're literally between Whole Foods and Starbucks.
Nice.
So right next to Whole Foods, and there's like a little pet store, and there's a lot of restaurants. There's a Wells Fargo. There's actually my hair salons in there as well, Ken Brown. So there's a lot in there. There's a pet hotel.
I think that's the cool thing. Like you were saying, is like it's not as intimidating, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
Some people go into some of these other CrossFit areas and they feel like, where do I start, because it's intimidating, because it's a lot of movement, a lot of people going, and it's very hyper competitive. And I think that's by you saying that, I think that's that may draw a lot of people.
Yeah, and you know what? That's one of the things I've been super impressed with, because coming from Row House, where it was like, I loved Row House, but it was very cardio based, and you'd leave there, you'd be dripping in sweat. It could be not intimidating. It was a beautiful environment, but it could be intimidating where you're like, do I have the energy to do this right now? Like, kind of a little bit overwhelming.
I remember.
A little bit overwhelming sometimes. So, I mean, we got you through it and you always felt great. But at 6, when I started coming there, and the classes are short, like it's 45 minutes, but there's a warm up, there's cool down. So it's like not like a huge workout time. And I was like, gosh, this doesn't seem like that much. And sometimes I'm not a sweaty person, so sometimes I wouldn't even be sweating that much. But I was like, okay, I'm just going to do these workouts. And my body changed so much. Like I was getting cut up. I was feeling sore because the workouts are so effective. And my trainers like put everything into it. They design their workouts, being just like, privately owned. We swap things based on what we want. So actually right before the shutdown, we added some new class formats. Cool. All of our names are fire names. So we like Ignite and Burn and Inferno, and started adding some different stuff in. And we let our trainers like take charge, because we only have a few trainers, because it's not like Row House where you can only do 2 or 3 classes and you're done. Like we have one person that does all the morning classes and one person that does all the evening classes. So it's like a very quaint place. And so we let our trainers go on and design the programs, film their little, workouts, and put it into the system. So it runs on the TVs. And we can adjust things as we need to. So we can have a leg focus day and a chest focus day and, a full body day, so that people are a more cardio based day, a more strength based day. And we'll switch the interval times, and we'll go off, a lot of principles of exercise, like, oh, you need less time to do this, you need more time to do this, you need more recovery time, less recovery time, whatever it is we're trying to do to confuse the muscles per se. But we have people that have never exercised before that come in there, and we also have people that are pretty fit and they come in there and they do just a little bit more. We'll give them an extra weight, we'll add a little more high impact for them, we'll give them a bigger box or an extra band, or something to just kind of like push their buttons a little bit.
Push them a little bit further.
Right. And then also the people that have knee injuries and can't do high impact and things like that, we'll just adjust it for them. What we've been doing is, rather than doing Zoom classes and charging and saying, oh, you have to get on at 12 o'clock, what we do is we have a private Facebook group for our members, and we have a private YouTube channel. And so our members go on to the Facebook group. They join the Facebook group. Every day there's a workout. My head trainer, Evan, has been doing the majority of them. And then my other head trainer, Taylor, has done a lot of them as well. She's just, she's staying with family in Bakersfield. So she does them remotely, which is fun. We see her sister, and she's, she's outside and stuff. And Evan will sometimes do them from home, sometimes go into the studio. I've done some as well. I'll be going to film some today as well. And then we have some new trainers we brought on board, but they're more just doing stuff like they're not coming in and filming because they were brand new to us. So we have mostly them taking charge. And then 6 days a week, it's like a workout. It's either, chest and abs or triceps and shoulders, and a leg day or like a cardio based day. And then on Sundays, we do like a recovery stretch day.
Okay.
And the videos are short. Everything is less than an hour. I think the longest one was like 40, 50 minutes. Most of them are 30 minutes. So you can get it done quickly. I'll do them in my bedroom, while my kids are watching something and I have a second. Sometimes my kids will do them with me. So it's been fun. And then you can see the trainers. And so even though it's not a Zoom class where we're looking at everybody and everything, we still see the trainer, and we can do it when we have the time to do it, which is what we wanted for our members. We wanted them to do it when they have a moment, whether that's at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. or 2 in the afternoon or, 2 in the morning or whatever it is these days, just jump on there and get the workout done.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cause I think like, even though people are at home right now, not everybody's at home not doing anything.
Right.
Like people set their schedules and they're trying to maintain. I know we're trying to come up with schedules to kind of keep some resemblance of normal. Right. I think that's a lot of people. So I think that's a very cool, because you do see a lot of people are doing the Zoom, which is great. I think it's whatever way you want to do it is great. But I think that's another option that is pretty cool, because they can do it at their own pace, at their own time, when they have a chance. They can fit it into their schedule, which is pretty awesome.
And I like it. I mean, and also I get that gyms right now, we're struggling to make ends meet. And so I get that they're going on and they're having these Zoom classes and they're charging for them. We're not charging right now. All our members are on freeze. We don't charge our private Facebook group, but our hope is that, our members have always been really loyal to us. A lot of them have, 52-week memberships, lifetime memberships, those kinds of things. And so we just want to see everybody back. That's our biggest thing is here. We're here for you. We know this is tough for you. We're not going to charge you right now. We're still going to provide for you. My owner, Carrie, who's just a doll. She's the primary owner, and she is still, compensating the trainers for their time to go and do the workouts, but not charging the members. So she's just been a doll in all of it and working super hard, knowing and having faith that when we reopen, we'll be stronger than ever, and knowing that we are a clean place and we are a healthy place, that we will bounce back. I mean, we had members before we closed. We had members saying, please do what you can to stay open. And we did. We adjusted class sizes. We adjusted, protocols for health. We required gloves. We, all these kinds of things to stay open, because people just needed the morale and the mental health. And knowing that they knew we were clean, they knew we weren't, not to knock it, but a 24-hour fitness or whatever, like we weren't, people weren't touching things and not cleaning things. They trusted us and knew that we always took care of them. And we weren't that spread illness ever. It's just not our reputation. And so we bumped it up, and we, and we held on until we knew it was the right thing to do to close, and we had to do our part, and we put everybody on freeze. We weren't charging people. And so we just hope, like I said, when we reopen, that we're stronger than ever, and that people choose to come work out with us, knowing that we are clean and safe, and that is so important now. And that's why they should. One of the many reasons why, like, we'll be a good fit for them.
And I think that's so cool. I think like, and that's one of the things I love about doing this and being able to talk to different people and with these smaller businesses, is when you hear stories like that, where you're not charging the clients, you're giving something up, and then you're also, your owner is paying you guys. So that like they're doing everything the right way. And that's the story that we like, and we like those businesses. I think that's awesome. So in the normal world, like when this is over, what is the cost of membership? Just so people know.
It can range. We have options. We have, like I said, monthly. We have people that commit to the year. And then we have things like 2 days a week options versus unlimited. So it can range a lot. We always have specials like Valentine's Day. And then we also have class packages. So that's a big thing for people that bounce around. So you can buy like 30 classes. We also are on, we're on ClassPass. We're on all those kinds of different, we had a group on for a while. So we do try to do what we can to let people try us and fall in love with us. And then we do things we actually were just going to do, which is kind of a bummer, is our Game Changer. So we will definitely be launching that when we come back. Our Game Changer is a 4 to 6 week challenge. And it's nutrition based as well. And then we do extra workouts, and it's basically like we measure you as we go. And it's a challenge to whoever loses like the most percentage of body fat will actually get the money that they invested into the Game Changer back. So it's pretty
wow.
fun. You're kind of betting on yourself. And actually our owner, Carrie, who's our primary owner, her and her husband used to take my classes at SoCal Boot Camp, which is why they knew me before. And they were like, oh, Sophie's back.
Nice.
And Carrie was actually the winner of Game Changer one year at SoCal Boot Camp. So
really? Oh, that's cool. So she wants to bring it across. I like it.
Very slim, and you wouldn't think that she would be the one to lose the most, but she put everything into it and really changed herself and her look on fitness. And so she's a big fan of Game Changer. I have a nutritionist as well, Rachel Schwartz. I'll actually give you her info, Jason, if you want to catch up with her. She's
for sure. That's awesome.
One of my absolute favorite humans. She used to take classes when I was at the 12, and we've worked out together at another place called Top Notch. And she is just one of those nutritionists who doesn't say, you have to do this, you have to do that. She's like, I'm going to find what works for you. And she's just such a gem. And so we are going to partner with her for a Game Changer. So
cool.
That is nutrition based as well. So it's something we'll be super excited to launch when, people are ready to get out of the quarantine 15, as we call it.
The freshman 15 is the quarantine 15. Right? I like it.
Yeah, the quarantine 15. Yeah. And it's she's so cool, and I'm super excited to connect with her. She's actually somebody who did a workshop at Rojas as well. I kind of, anytime I can use her, I have, but I haven't ever found a way to like really connect with her and have her be like full time working with me. And this is the kind of the opportunity for it. So, and I do think that, nutrition is so important. I myself have an autoimmune. I'm actually a lupus survivor myself, fighter, warrior, not survivor. It's a condition, but I'm big on nutrition. And that doesn't mean, I don't eat anything bad, but I believe in knowing your body and knowing what your limits are and what works for you. And just understanding, that, something as simple as like a bell pepper might not be the right fit for your body, which is strange to think, but just like some people don't tolerate peanuts, or there can be certain foods that don't work for you. Just like it's not always, the Cheetos and the ice cream that's doing it. Sometimes it's something simple that you don't realize, or you're lacking a vitamin or a probiotic or something like that. And so working with a nutritionist and understanding that is so important.
Cool. And then you're bringing that both together with Six and what that. It's a great combo. That's awesome. That's amazing.
It's everything, because a lot of people tell you, look, I'll work out till I'm, blue in the face, but I hate eating right and I hate worrying about diet. And a lot of people will tell you that. And it's not one or the other. It's the combination. Humans are meant to move, and humans are meant to eat, I think, whole foods, not necessarily low fat or low calorie or, high fat these days or whatever it is, low carb. They're meant to eat whole, good foods. And I think when you learn to do that, your body really responds. And it's not even just about being slim or fitting, a certain mold. It's about energy levels and being there for your kids and,
feeling good.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's, just being the best you, and it's all inclusive. So, I love Six. I don't go there and feel stressed. It's a very welcoming community. Like I said, my owner works her butt off. She's always there. She's either there a night shift or a morning shift. She has, a daughter herself and a husband, but she is just all in her company and loves it. And, she's just such a gem, and working beside her is the best thing ever. So,
if somebody that's watching right now, if they wanted to try a class, could they do that online and see what they're like, so that when it is all said and done, they could join up?
Yeah. We have an Instagram.
Okay.
And so they can follow our Instagram, 6 Irvine, and then they can just send me a private message. I manage the social media, and we do have a private Facebook group, and I'd be happy to let them in.
Okay.
Right now it's 6 Workout Irvine members.
Okay.
And then, or if they want to message me on Facebook, Sophie B, I'm easy to find, and just say, hey, I really want to get in this group, or just send a request to it, and I can get them over, and I can give you the information to kind of like, put on the screen or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, I was going to say, I'll make sure I include all that information for everybody. It'll be in the description, and I'll get it up on the screen here. So as we move forward. So all that information will be able to be passed on. So, but I think it's great. I think it's like, that's the best thing about this. Like, we're really seeing the entrepreneurial spirit, I think, that really the country is based on, I think, as I'm a small business owner as well. but you see, we adapt, right? And I think that's the big thing. We're not just going to sit down and hunker down. It's like, okay, how can I keep this business going? And we see that across the board, and it's really cool. And seeing what you guys are doing for your members and the nice thing is there's no compensation coming your way. And that's really interesting, because when you see that, like they're giving to your members, knowing that this is what they need at this time, because health is a big part right now, and it's just something that they can be part of. But you know that they're going to reciprocate that when you guys do open the doors, and everyone's going to come back. And I have full confidence in that, because if you haven't met Sophie, she's amazing, and she's just a sweetheart. And like I said, your energy is so infectious, and that's one thing I remember about going to those row house classes when I didn't want to go at 6 a.m, and then all of a sudden you're 5 minutes in and it's game on. So I definitely think I will have to check out one of your classes, and we'll see how we go. I don't know. I have. I'm not going to say I've got the quarantine 15, but I've got quarantine more than I had before.
Yeah.
But, and then once this reopens, we'll definitely have to check it out, because I think it's. I've wanted to do something like this for a while, so I think it's cool. And just talking to you now, you've won me over. So.
It's interesting because our head female trainer, Taylor, who's just in her early 20s, she's amazing. And she actually, when I started there, she said, oh, I'm actually going to have to give up some of my classes because I got a PE job. I'm going to be a PE teacher. And coincidentally, she's actually the PE teacher at my kids' school.
Oh, hilarious.
So and it's super fun because now my boys know her. I mean, unfortunately, that was short-lived. But she, when we were doing the Zoom PE, she was like leading the Zoom PE, and it was really cute. And then Evan, who's my head male trainer, he's just so knowledgeable and friendly and sweet. And they're both so down to earth, which I'm so thankful for, because they're not these competitive trainers. And when I came in, and Carrie knew hiring me that I was a trainer first. Yes, I'm the general manager, but she knows that my heart is with training, and that I'll always take care of my trainers. And I know that my trainers know that. And so they, I said, what do you want? What do you want to change about these workouts? What can we do to help you? And I'm always asking them and checking with them, because I think that trainers, very much like teachers, are kind of these unsung heroes. They don't make a killing. They don't get paid a ton of money, and they manage a lot of people, and they put all of their heart and soul into classes to the point where sometimes their own workouts are sacrificed. And I have a lot of respect for them. I chose to be in the fitness industry over the medical industry, over, I have a degree in mathematics over that, because I think it's a really awesome way to help people. And I think that I hope companies start to realize more and more how important putting their employees' health first is. And that's why at 6 we do take those kind of gym passes and class passes and stuff, because a lot of companies use those for their employees. So we want to respect that people are trying to do the right thing, especially being in the area we are and having a lot of like tech people and science people and those kinds of things that aren't necessarily working out isn't their life, but it's still important to them, and they want to get in and do that. So we also have funky class times. Like one of our most popular times is like this 11 a.m. class. So it's cool to see, because we had a noon class for a while, but the parking lot where it gets super crowded. So we switched it to this 11 a.m. And sometimes it's our biggest class of the day. And it's like just a fun crew. Not the super early risers, not the late night crew, but kind of middle of the day crew. And they're just fun. They're usually early to class. And another thing we do in our classes, we do have heart rate monitors, and we have a system so they pop up on the screen. It's optional. You don't have to wear it. But when you do wear it, you can monitor your heart rate up on the screen, and then it will send you the results after class as well. But we can see why you're working, like if you're in the blue zone or the red zone. So I guess, similar to a lot of those other heart rate training places where that is an element that we see. So you have that. You can see your calorie burn. And we lend for people, first timers and stuff, we'll lend them a heart rate monitor to use during class. And again, we're super sanitary with our heart rate monitors. We clean them. We have a dirty bin, a clean bin, constantly switching them out, but it does kind of go through the system, and then you can see that up on the screen as well. So that's motivating too and fun. So that's another element.
Like I said, I think everything about it is great, and I think it's cool what you guys are doing, and I'm so glad that you were able to jump on here with me today and really teach me, not only me about it, but everybody that's going to watch this, because I think it's really important so they know. And obviously, if they have any questions, like you said, they can reach out to you on the Instagram, and we'll get all that information out there for everybody. and we'll do that, and we'll get this out to everybody. And like I said, if they have any questions, they can reach out. And thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate it.
If they want those YouTube links or to join our Facebook group, we don't just post workouts. We actually have a bingo challenge going right now. I post funny things, like we did a thing where it was like, if your dog was on a dating site, what would their picture be? And everyone was putting up like pictures of their animals, and it was hysterical. And like we try to do feel good things too. For things you wanted to be when you were a kid growing up, and just like funny questions, just to kind of like keep people's morales up, and like also get to know our members. We'll do birthday shout outs. We do, because in our studio, we do have like birthday boards and stuff that we put up. And we're, like I said, a big community. So we'll try to do things to we'll do plank challenges, or the bingo's been really fun because it has all kinds of stuff on it. Taylor, our head female trainer, the one I was talking about, put together the big challenge. So, and then Evan, who's been doing the majority of the workouts, is up there putting stuff on. He's got, turtles and puts funny stuff up. And so it is kind of just this feel good thing.
Very community. You hit the nail on the head. It seems like it's very
and even Rachel, the nutritionist I was telling you about, had offered like a complimentary fitness challenge as well. So there's definitely other things for our members to say. And they'll post, they'll tag us in their workouts and their heart rate monitors, and we'll repost it so they can see what's going on. We have a few members that are really good about always tagging us in their stories, and we repost it. So that's super fun to see. And, I think they like saying, day 34 and still going strong, and, gives them a motivation as well.
Exactly. Because you don't have that right now in person. So it's a great thing. So
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Sophie. I really appreciate it. And like I said, we'll definitely get some people over there checking that out, I think, because it seems like it's such a cool program, and I think it'll really help people out and maybe help people get out of some of the funk that they could be in because of what's going on right now. So,
yeah, for sure.
Awesome. All right, Sophie. Well, thank you so much, and we'll definitely talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Sophie.
Bye.
I want to thank Sophie again. It was so great chatting with her. All the information is below for you to get in touch with Sophie if you do want to try out some of these online classes that they're doing right now, so you get a feel of what they do over at 6. If you do have any questions, please let me know. I can actually get you in contact with her as well. And I'll also put all the information in the description of this video. Again, if you guys have any questions for me, please let us know. If you are thinking about moving to the area, shoot us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Just get in touch with us. We're here to help in any way that we can. Again, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. Hit the little bell so you're notified every time I post. We'll send out new videos every week. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And until next time, take care.